Hey guys, Zoose here. Now before I get into this LUX rune page, I just want to know, after you finish watching this video, give it a go and let me know how it feels. I want to get some feedback on the builds. Most of the feedback's pretty good, but I've only done standard stuff. Now I'm going to try a few little interesting ones. Everything's situational and can be used depending on what they have, what enemy team has, and how your team comp works. So try this out, let me know how it goes, comment below, and if there's any weaknesses or if there's some tweaks, maybe there's a better rune in some circumstances, let me know below and tell me how you've felt trying it out. So let's just start getting into this. Summon AERY, really good on LUX. Lots of poke and a shield. Exactly what AERY does. Throws a bit of poke. Her cooldown's pretty low. She doesn't have an official cooldown, but you'll notice that the AERY, the little fairy that's when you poke with, will come back within, I'd say, 5 seconds. So it will travel to the enemy and then it will walk its way back to you. So there isn't an official time. The further you are away from the enemy, the longer it takes, but it can be constantly procced. And in this game, we've got a lot of small little skirmishes early on, and you can see me use the shield and a lot of damage output as well. For mana flow band, I prefer this over the ultimate hat. I'm already going quite a bit of cooldown. My ultimate's pretty important on LUX, to be honest, but this game's is fine. It felt fine. The cooldown's already pretty low on her ultimate, and she's already rewarded. If you're able to kill the enemy with your ult on LUX, you pretty much get a reduced cooldown anyway. So it would probably be overkill, but I mean, it's never too many. There's never too many LUX ults, so you can always take this if you want, but I prefer this. That spamming mana before that $900 mana item, 900 gold mana item is really good. Nullifying orb, I wasn't up against a mage, I was up against a Jace, so not necessary. Absolute focus. Now, LUX, in my opinion, should be played way back, and usually she wants to stay at full health, and this is perfect for that. You get rewarded for staying full health, or above 75%, around 75. Yeah, so above 70% health is good. And these two, not as useful. This is okay, actually. Transcendence could work too. And I went for Gathering of the Storm. Wasn't really necessary. And to be honest, I don't know what it is about this season, but it seems like games are really fast. It could be just preseason, but games are really fast. And I haven't gotten many games where we get this far into it. 60 minutes, I haven't seen that. 50 minutes, I think one out of like 30 games I've gone to 50. And yeah, just not many long late games, to be honest. So haven't really been using this, but I tried it anyway, and Scorch would probably have been better in this scenario. So I recommend this. Even though I didn't take it, I'm gonna recommend the Scorch. And this is where I went a little bit interesting. I went for a Biscuit because Jace has a bit of poke, and if he's able to connect a few of his EQs, then I'm gonna need something else to kind of sustain. And of course we went for some CDR. Hextech Flash Traption, not sure if it's necessary. I still haven't tried it out. Gonna try that on supports later. This could also be used if they're up against a Z or something. Again, half of these are all like, there's some RNG in some of these, but I don't really know. Like, how can you time to be in debt and small things like this? I'm not really sure, but I can try that on supports later. But we stuck to something more consistent like this. And so the CDR item, probably get a Zhonya's or something, and there's not much else. The summoner spell CDR and the normal CDR is, even the max CDR is very useful. So let's just get straight into this gameplay. Laning phase with the mana flow band really helps out with LUX. Makes spamming abilities really easy. For this I just go a pretty simple bait here. Missed my E, to be honest, that was pretty bad. I actually thought he would just jump me, but he keeps walking back, and but he's used flash, so as I hit level 2, you know what I'm gonna go for. Flash. And I still had barrier in case he had all that damage to kill me, but pretty simple. So I'm doing a lot of poke damage with AERY too. I'm able to heal, not heal, I'm able to shield with AERY, and you'll see throughout this game, my shield is pretty powerful. It feels like it's almost like a Janus shield. Obviously, it doesn't provide the attack damage. I missed my E again. You see, my shield is really good. Lux is pretty good at these little skirmishes. You know, if you can shield like 2-3 people, and your E does so much area damage. And I'm getting really aggressive because I know I've always got my barrier up. So, and I'm gonna pop a biscuit here too. This is the biscuit that I was talking about, and this kind of helps with these early skirmishes. Now, generally you won't have enough mana, but because I'm able to pop this biscuit, I still have a bit more mana, able to fight a bit longer, and you can see. I mean, these little skirmishes are really good. Unlucky not to get the kill here. Yeah. If I just all at a distance. Not to worry though, because this game is not all about kills for me. Playing Lux, you just want to play a sort of supportive role in my opinion. It's really good to just shield everyone in the right area. I'm taking a bit of damage, but I also know that once he's done with his combo, he can't do any more damage, and that's exactly where I take advantage of. Again, I got my barrier. It's all about the barrier baits. I'm usually the one getting baited, but in this game, I actually ended up baiting quite a few kills, and I trust that my Lee Sin will pick this up, so I go for the ult, get the snipe on Twitch, and he finishes it off. And look at that shield strength. And that might be also Lee's shield, but if it's just mine, that's a lot of shield, especially with AERY and my normal shield. And the CDR I'm getting from Transcendence and a few other, obviously, my items, it's really good too. Able to constantly spam my abilities, and you can see we have a lot of small fights like this. This is really good. This is what you want as Lux. You can shield everybody, lots of damage, lots of CC. It feels really fun to play her. And even if someone tries to burst you, I've always got the barrier. I've also got Soraka too. Really good champion, and of course, perfect snipes. Always fun to snipe with Lux too. One of the more fun champs in my opinion. Haven't played her too much. Lots of fail snipes. Got to practice my accuracy, and it always feels like the ult comes at an angle. There's always this sort of an angle. Sometimes you feel like you hit them, but you just don't. And I wasn't ready for that Eve. I could have shielded maybe Caitlyn and helped her out. And of course, another game that doesn't really go past 30 minutes. So Gathering of the Storm was kind of a waste there. You could definitely take the other rune, which is of course Scorch, which I mentioned earlier, which is I would prefer that over this game especially. But apart from that, simple game. Really like the champ. Tell me how it goes. Tell me how it feels. Maybe try out a secondary path, some different runes, and I'll see you in the next video.